Have you ever considered why a little stone sinks immediately while a massive cargo ship weighing tons may float on the ocean? Or why you find being in the water helps you feel lighter? Also, how submarines can sink far below the water and then return to the surface. A major concept from more than 2,000 years ago known as buoyancy, explained by the intelligent scientist Archimedes, accounts for all of this. Today, in just a few minutes, we will learn the secret behind why ships float, stones sink, and how submarines work. Let's get straight in. Physically, the force that pushes up on things in a fluid, like air or water, is called buoyancy. This force is always pushing up and fights against gravity. Two forces are in action when you immerse something in water. Gravity pulls the object down. The upward push given by the buoyant force. Whether the item will float, sink, or stay in the center depends on which force is stronger. Here now comes the clever thought principle of Archimedes. It says this: an object moving in a fluid experiences an upward buoyant force matching the weight of the fluid it displaces. Does that sound complicated? Let's break it down. When something goes into the water, it pushes water out of the way. This is called displacing. The more water it displaces, the more buoyant the force becomes. An object floats if the water's upward force exceeds its weight. Should it be less, it sinks. Here is the unbelievable thing: cargo ships float not because they are light but rather because of their construction. A ship's bottom is largely empty. With this design, a great volume of water is displaced. The water pushed away makes a strong push upward, strong enough to hold up the ship and all it carries. Thus, the ship floats even if it weighs much since it pushes more water away. A stone, on the other hand, is rather heavy and uses little space. It lacks sufficient water displacement to produce a buoyant force sufficient to support its weight. Gravity prevails therefore and it sinks. Your body is lifted by the water when you are in a pool. This upward drive helps your muscles support you more simply. That is why it seems so natural to raise your friend underwater. And why astronauts train in large water tanks to feel weightless. Special tanks known as ballast tanks enable submarines to regulate their floating capability. When they want to sink, they fill these tanks with water. This makes them heavier and helps them float less. When they want to come back up, they take out the water and add air to the tanks. This makes them lighter and helps them float more. By carefully adjusting these tanks, submarines can stay at any depth they want. So the next time you see a huge ship sitting on the water, feel lighter when you're in a pool, or see a submarine go underwater. Think about Archimedes' principle in action. Buoyancy influences our oceans, our designs, and even our experiences underwater. Thanks for watching and keep being curious.